Save me before I pass out. Save me before I pass out. So let go. I don't want to, but I'm gonna try. When she left me, yeah, died a little bit inside. You know, maybe things are gonna be alright. 'Cause I just wanna see the light.
It's Tina
I just
Dude
wanna see the
Showtime!
light.
And they're on in a great time. But I know which way to go, left or right. It's all eyes on the Ferrari. Stylo has done the impossible. This is the move. This is the moment.
And that puts in Rapture on the podium.
But it's this man who comes home victorious. It's Red Bull and Drix who win. Two. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome. Oh my gosh, we are back for some Tier 1 action here at Moose Racing League for Season 11's opening round here in Spain. I am so excited to be joining you guys here tonight for the Spanish Grand Prix round 1 to 10 for this amazing Season 11. We're finally done with 10 whole seasons. We're finally here on F124, and it couldn't be at a better time because we know we've all been itching for some Moose Racing League. Somebody who's been itching for Moose Racing League more than almost any of us is my great co-commentator and great friend, Mr. Chosen Toby. How's it going, my guy? Good to see ya.
What is going on, man? I'm ready to see how this Tier 1 is going to shake out with all the changes. Like, I'm pumped up for this.
It's gonna be
exciting.
It's gonna be the definition of wild, man. Like, I fully expect this to be one of the craziest tiers that we've ever had. It's a very interesting change from season 10 to season 11, how the grid has tightened up in different ways. And it's Tier 1, man. It's where you see all the best of the best. So we're gonna see some pretty crazy lap times tonight. We already know one person who's probably gonna blow our socks off, and it'll be nice to see him back to his dominant fashion. But yeah, it's gonna be a good one. Before we go ahead and get into that, I think it's a good thing that we go ahead and get that elephant out of the room, like I just kind of teased about. Let's talk about the one person that we know is a little bit scary going into Tier 1. And who is that?
Yeah, Drix. His time trial time as of yesterday, I think we saw it was definitely within the top 5 in the world. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be tough for everybody.
It's a little scary. Can't even lie. It's gonna scare the heck out of me. Arcadia is saying we're gonna see some 10s today. I think we are for sure going to see at least 1 or 2, maybe even more. Obviously, the one that we see that we think is going to be the highest up there is going to be Drix, but you never know who it's going to be. Now, we're here at Spain. Those of you guys who don't know Spain, you guys have been missing out today. It's 14 corners across 4.6 kilometers, or way more important, 2.839 miles for those of you guys that actually like to speak freedom units. Let's go. All these corners are obviously pretty crazy. A little bit of undulation, not too much elevation change. It feels subtle and slight. You never have like a big hill to really go over and stuff like that. Goes up and down ever so slightly, but that means that our passing zones are all going to be high intensity, such as turn 1, turn 7's a scary one if you get a good exit, and then coming out of 9 into 10, you can get a passing zone there for a DRS, and of course, you also might get a little bit audacious going into turn 3 and make a move there as well. Now, it's about time. Let's go ahead and get out there to our racing because we already have some people out there on track. Do we not, Toby?
Yes, sir. I think there's been a couple times said already. We have 4. Zylo's at the fastest with an 11.5.
Of course he did.
A really good banker lap.
That is a great banker lap. And Yellow Snowman, 12.7. He's the back of Tier 1, as he was expecting himself to be. Exactly what we thought we were going to have. And I'm immediately going to go jump over to Drix's camera and see what he's got today. I mean, we just teased that we're going to be watching Drix a whole lot today. Do you think we're going to get a pole position and a win and just like an absolute dominant performance tonight out of this guy?
I hope not. No offense to Drix, but I want it close up front. I don't want a Max Verstappen win though. I want it close.
Well, his current teammate right now, Tachubi, sitting in second, looking pretty solid. Drix does look pretty good on this banker, but remember, this is a banker. Let's see how he comes across the line. It won't be anything super impressive. I straight up lied. It's 11-2. I was about to say it's not going to be something super impressive. Smashes second place by 0.3. I'm going to retire now. This is insane. That's crazy. So this will be really cool to see. Now, Hodor is saying, Cookie's race pace needs to be studied. We got somebody in chat already saying that. Also, welcome in everybody here from chat. Hope you guys are doing great. I'm curious why Hodor is saying that. Do we think we're going to see a masterful race out of Cookie tonight? He's defending a championship.
Well, being on the Williams team, I have a little insight into what we've been running as setups and stuff like that, and our setup is definitely more race pacey rather than quali pace.
I mean, honestly,
So
the other day...
that's just from the Williams inside.
I really do appreciate that insight. I've noticed that in general, this racetrack seems to be so safety car inducing that you're likely to have, you know, a race setup be all the difference, because that's really the only place that you actually get to make something happen. Like, there's going to be a safety car to pack the grid up again. Your qualifying position only matters so much, though we do obviously, you know, expect Drix to probably be the one who puts it on the front row of the grid. It only matters so much, so you're right. You never know how it's going to go. Now, before we get too deep into this thing, I say we go ahead and take a look at some of our existing drivers that are out there right now. Here is the list of all of our drivers for this season. We've got Cookie up in the Williams, along with his friend Bauk. Oh no, B-Dunk. I'm just like so blind.
B-Dunk.
Yeah, and then we got Minico and Titan in the McLaren. We've got City of Art and Rich Sebi in the Haas. We've got the Steak, Kick, Sauber, Punch, Choke, whatever other martial artist names you want to go for it, of Supply Raptor and Xylo. We got the Visa Cash App Sugar Free Red Bulls of Scornsy and Sketchy Bull, and the Aston Martin of Eruption and Shry. Ferrari's occupied by Arcadia and Simon Carlson. Alpine has got Dreams and Happy Like Pies, both move-ups from last season. That'll be an interesting one to watch for sure. With Red Bulls occupied by Drix and Tachubi, and Mercedes is Chazzy and Yellow Snowman, also both move-ups. These move-up people, do you think they're like in over their heads? Do you think they got a chance?
So, my honest opinion, I don't think it's going to be as tight as it was last season. I think we're going to end up having two groups. I think you're going to have a lot of the guys that moved up, and then you're going to have the front runners from last season that are still here.
You definitely could be right. Like,
I think it's going to be a lot harder for those move-ups to keep up.
Yeah.
But I've been known to be wrong, so.
You never know. I mean, like, I think you might be right to a certain extent. Like, something like Happy Like Pie, it's like, I think he can pull it out when he's really, on it, but he isn't necessarily like the most consistent, for lack of a better term, when it comes to like crazy pace. But when he gets it, dude, I mean, he's an absolute rocket ship. So you never know. Oh, Cookie dodging and spun out. I think it was Simon Colston going the final couple corners.
Yeah, I just saw dust. I didn't know who it was.
Woo, that's a bit of a mini heart attack, but looks like Cookie was unfazed. Still puts himself into fourth at a 11.390. The qualifying is nice and tight so far. First down through fifth, separated by 0.3, but that doesn't really tell too much of a story because second, third, and fourth are only separated by 0.08 of a second. So
Crazy.
It's some tight ones still for sure. The other Williams of B-Dunk, who I know I really wanted to watch this season because he's a new one. He's got himself in a 9th right now, so he's looking pretty decent. And then outside of that, people who've yet to qualify, it's Dreams and Chazzy. As I say that, looks like Dreams is actually just going to hit in the track for his outlap, his first one. And Chazzy still hanging out in the pits, just probably scared, shaking in his britches. If you were Chazzy, would you even try?
No comment. I plead the fifth. I'm taking the Martin Brundle exit here, and I'm saying no comment.
He pleads the fifth on that one. You know what? I don't blame you.
I mean, I'm trying. You're gonna try no matter what, but
yeah. Like I feel like you kind of have to, at least to a certain extent. But I mean, also you gotta taper your expectations. You know what I mean? Like you gotta know kind of like what is at least possible for you. I think he's got a decent chance at, probably a top 12, 13 qualifying. If he really puts it down, there he is. Actually, he's out on track right now, putting it down as we speak. But I think he's going to have to really dig deep and find something, in him. Unless he's significantly faster in this game and we're just not ready for it. So, I mean, Tolby, you never know. How much time trial investigation did you do? Also, Tachubi, I just noticed beat Drix's timeout. So, it's a Red Bull 1-2 right now. Wow.
I didn't do too much. The Drix one just came up in conversation. But I don't try to pay attention too much to time trials because I know personally my quality was almost a second slower than my time trial.
Yeah. I mean, I will say in this game especially, like the time trial and the in-game pace are very, very, very different. So it's definitely, not something that you can treat as gospel, but it definitely does at least give you, some sort of indication. It's like, what's this person like max level, I'm on Dreams right now, kind of checking out what level he's got, and he's coming across the middle of Sector 2 right now into that tricky turn 7 you see right there. Nails it actually pretty well, too, so looks like he's trying to find himself in a good comfort zone here in his new home of Tier 1. One of the two people yet to set a time. Is he up on a good lap right now? He'll be in the 50s. It's a pretty good spot to be in. Looks pretty respectable, but it's a bit of a wide line, in my opinion, going into 9, so... going into 10, excuse me. So we'll see if this shakes out properly. And he takes a wide line there in 13 as well. Risking it for the biscuit, potentially hitting that...
Ooh, he got really close to the bump. Really close to the bump.
Really?
I thought he was hitting it for sure.
So did I. But it looks like, that risk was worth it. Puts him at 11th right now, an 11.850. All the 11s are pouring in now. Everybody 12th and up are in 11s. We just have yet to see a 10, but we got Drix out on track right now. I wonder if he might be able to go and show us. He's already a 10th up on his first sector. And if he goes... I'm shocked as to how much faster he's probably about to go. That's crazy how much curve he can take with infinite commitment. It's like he thinks that they don't even exist. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, he even ate the sausage curve on the exit, and yeah.
More sausage curves there.
Who can take that and just keep going like nothing happened?
It seems like that's the faster way, technically, is actually to go ahead and utilize it and let the suspension do the work. And he dodges the bump as well by millimeters, I'm sure. You just kind of got to risk it out there, and because it does help, your timeout. Will he be our first into the 10s? Not quite, but it's an 11-0.
Very close. Very
right
close.
there. He's knocking on the doors, and he's got one more shot at this thing to do. So interesting to see what he's got right here. Titan, I just saw in the chat, says, I don't know how I got into Tier 1, but I'm here to give it good vibes. And you know what, Titan? We'll take the good vibes. We'll take any vibes you got, my friend. Speaking of vibes, somebody who I always loved who gave off great vibes is this guy I'm watching right now, Scornsy, in the silver Red Bull, the V-Carb.
I'm glad he's back.
I'm so glad he's back too, man. He's great fun.
He was
Great
on
racer.
my team his first season. I drafted him, and I forgot what happened. Like,
he had a
if
control.
his equipment gave up, or
he had a controller
like
malfunction. He had like a wheel break on race 1. So race 2 and on was a broken wheel.
That's right.
Yeah, and yet he still was going for it. He was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna have any complaints. I'm gonna keep going for it." And look at this. He's already up 400ths of a second. He's on a new wheel. That much I'm almost 100% certain of. So he's back with proper working equipment. That does make a huge difference. And now he's gonna go see if he can turn that good equipment into
Cookie.
good times. Cookie.
By 1,000th of a second.
Yep. Wow.
Good
Cookie.
Lord.
That's he's showing us that Drix is not the only one here to play ball. I like it. I like it. Throwing some competition our way. Let's see how Scorns is doing right now. He's actually down in his best time as of right now. Looking like he's going to be having to have a masterful final sector if he does want to improve on this second qualifying lap attempt that he's got. He's still taking that wide line for sure. It looks like he is going to be going all the way for it. So how's he go into turn 14? Pretty decent. I think he probably scrubbed a little bit more speed than he needed to. He'll barely improve up by almost a 10th, but does move him up to 10th. So the gap's tight. Does mean that's a pretty good amount of movement for just a 10th of a second. Other close gaps right here. You see Xylo and B-Dunk, 0.02 of a second. That's a tight one.
Great.
Of course, Cookie and Drix is 1,000th of a second. Scornsy and Sketchy, teammates, 7,000ths of a second. They're tight, man.
The whole field's a second and a half. Yeah, the whole field's a second and a half.
Gosh, that's unbelievable. Unbelievable. And it's only going to get tighter as we go down. Now, somebody who's, obviously kind of punching out above their weight, in my opinion. I think they'll be the first one to admit it as well. And they feel that it's Yellow Snowman. He came into this race not too confident for the night. And currently is putting him in 17th place. So who knows what he can do to salvage his qualifying lap. I'm sure he's got a little bit more left in the tank. Anybody on this time trial board or on this qualifying board that is surprising to you right now, Tolby? For good or for bad?
I've never seen Tachubi before. So, I mean, it's Of course, I didn't get to look at the time trials or anything prior to the draft, but it looks like MRK made out like a bandit with him and Drix.
It's looking pretty good for him in this tier for sure. I couldn't agree more. Somebody who maybe had a bit of a rough tier 1 draft, but obviously it made sense because he picked this tier very last for himself to draft, is the Haas of Nathan WS. Him as a team principal. He picked up City of R and DTV Rich Sebi relatively back end of the draft. He got City in like the 4th or 5th final pick in tier 1, and he got Sebi as the final pick of tier 1. Now the thing is, Sebi is fast, and we all know he's quick, but he also ends up being his own worst enemy sometimes. So I want to see what he can do to maybe improve upon that. City of R getting a little bit of extra warm-up on his way down into turn 1. He's going to put the pressure on, I think. This looks like a lap, yep. He's really trying to make the most out of these tires. Just kidding, I think he might be still charging. Actually, I think he is still charging. Let's go ahead and see, based on telemetry. Yeah, he's not actually sending it right now, so this is just a second out lap to really warm those tires. What do you think about that strategy? I don't see anybody else doing that, huh?
No, I don't think I've seen anybody do that all day, actually.
Yeah. Even though, I mean, you done some safety, actually, you didn't get a chance to do a safety car restart today. Holy smokes, your tires are cold. I just realized, unfortunately. I literally forgot. The tires like are ice cold, so it's pretty hard to get them up into temps either way. So maybe this is really smart from City to extract a little bit extra temperature out of these things.
Yeah, I have yet to find how you heat up the tires in this game, besides just sending on an outlap.
Yeah, it's basically the only way. You basically just have to go race pace and go see if it works. Now, we're going to go on City of R's camera. He is burning right now. You can see a little bit of green tint at the bottom bar of his wheel. So he is burning off all the energy that he's got. His wing is open. Flaps are wide. Big braking zone into turn 1. Jumps over the curb. Not too much, though, over turn 2. He decides to take it nice and cautious and stays real tight through the sweeping turn 3. On his way up into turn 4 right here. It's going to be a late braking zone. Try to dime it out a little bit. He actually keeps it a little bit tighter and opts for a wider exit to use that exit curbing. Just barely grazes it. And big braking at the 50-meter board downhill into 6. Looks pretty good right here, coming up towards the kink of turn 7. I think City of R is playing pretty cautious with this qualifying lap, and I don't think he can afford to go this cautious. Now, somebody who's definitely not going to be too cautious is Drix. He's got 40 seconds to go ahead and start his next lap. He is doing a double out lap as well, by the way, so something to note. Looks like Drix is on as well. Mr. Titan's actually spun off. Looks like he's beached. He was for a second at least. Titan beached at the end of turn 1. He's done for qualifying. Almost certainly. City of R, though. Yep. I knew it was going to happen. I just hope his car doesn't end up in the way of somebody. Oh, my gosh. Okay, cool. Pulls out of the way. Thank gosh. Oof. Scary. But hey, we're done, and City does not improve. He's still sitting in last. Now we're on to Drix, though. I want to see what this guy's got here in this qualifying run. This is all on the line for Drix RL. He is on full beans, full push, full pressure. 2 1,000ths of a second of improvement. Technically, we put him on pole right now, which is crazy. But Miniko says nope. Throws us our first 10 of the night. How about that? I wasn't expecting Miniko to show up out of nowhere. Look at that. Yeah, there's eruption.
Jesus.
Uh-oh, Tolvi. It's all
and
starting.
Cookie's not even going to get a chance because he invalidated his lap. So Cookie's not even going to get a chance to...
That's the best he's got?
To fight for it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, let's see if Drix can go sour Eruption and Miniko's day. They're currently sitting on the front row of the grid. Drix is only 0.03 of a second up on his best lap. It would put him at a very flat 10-0 or 10.999 effectively is where he's at right now. So he needs to find basically an extra 10th out of his final sector, and that's a hard sector to find a 10th out of. But if he does a good final corner right here, he may be able to have it. Jumps over that curb beautifully, keeps all the speed. Did he scrub anything? I don't think he has it, though. He doesn't.
No,
it's second. Eruption is shot.
I think nobody had that on their bingo card. Nobody had that on their bingo card.
Not at all. Now Chazzy actually might go and play some spoil to some people too. It looked like he was a 10.5 up in the last sector. Will he improve? He goes up a couple positions. He's up to 13th now. Knocks Scornsy down. And it's another really tight group. Oh, he's only 1/1000th away from beating out Rich Sebi. They're 1,000th away from each other in qualifying. And this is set to be a ridiculous race because look at the gaps between everybody. Holy smokes, man. This is nuts.
Maybe
Yeah,
I was wrong about the two groups.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a lot tighter than I thought it was going to be. I mean, that 11-3-ish back, 11-3 to 11-7. 4/10, right? That's from 7th to 16th.
That's insane.
That's a big, big grouping right there. So, I don't know, man. And Eruption definitely shocking us tonight. Really, really great qualifying from him. Puts himself on the first pole position of the season here in Tier 1. With Drix coming home in second, Minico in third. Great qualifying from him. Then Cookie into fourth after invalidating his final lap attempt. Tachubi in fifth, Arcadia in sixth, B-Dunk in seventh, Xylo in eighth, Sketchbull in ninth, and Supply Raptor rounds out our top 10. Red Bulls looking pretty smart. Same thing with the Williams, and that's Tier 1. We got Dreams, Sebi, Chazzy, Scornsy, Shry, Simon, Happy, Yellow, City, and Titan, then rounding out our back 10. And I mean, obviously, you know, the race is one thing, qualifying is another thing as well. You know, obviously people make up some positions, but I mean, it looks a little bit hard to break into that top 10, doesn't it?
Yeah, the top 10 like seems like there might be a wall in between there.
It's pretty intense. Now, obviously, the top 10 might change week over week. Let's take a look at some of the races that we got coming up in front of us. Right now, we're here at Spain. Next week, we're going to go to Austria, then Britain to follow the real-life triple header. And then after that, we're going to go to our first community pick vote of Qatar. If you guys are wanting to pick the calendar votes for next season to be able to decide where we go on races that aren't corresponding with real-life racing weekends, make sure you join the pit crew. Just go ahead and become a member here on Moose Racing League at any sort of membership level, and you have a say in which tracks we run on the non-race weekend lineup races. After that, of course, it's Hungary, then Belgium, then Portugal, Coda, Singapore, and rounding out our season will be in Netherlands after the summer break, where we see Portugal, Coda, and Singapore make up 3 of our 4 fan votes. It's going to be a wild season right here, Tier 1.
Yeah.
Going to be nuts, Toby.
It's a fantastic calendar. I love the calendar.
It's really
to
good.
be fair.
It's a really good calendar. I couldn't agree more. Now, all the drivers are right now, they're setting their strategies. If you were them, which tires would you be starting on? Would you be starting soft, mediums, or hards?
Mediums.
You're a
I
medium
think
guy
the
for
mediums
everybody?
feel the best, especially with the fuel on. I thought they felt the best, but that was just my opinion. I think the guys starting at the back are going to start on hards, try to go long, but there's going to be a safety car. There always is.
That's a good point. Well, we got some lights. We got 5 on. And 5 lights are off, and we are out here at Spain for round 1, and it's a pretty good launch for basically everybody, except for a few. We got a couple people in the back. It looks like Minico's actually dropping position, and we're going to be in some tight kerfuffling going down into turn 1. Let's hope everybody makes it out alive. It's some big smoked locks-ups. Looks like nobody so far spinning out. No big crashes. Everybody's chill. Everybody makes it through turn 1 and turn 2 with just a little bit of lockups. Nothing too crazy, but it is nice and tight. The 2 kick salvers of 9th and 10th, they're fighting neck and neck already. But of course, at the front, it is still Eruption, Drix, Minico, Cookie, Arcadia, and Tachubi rounding out our top 6. No movement for those guys. That was, it's impressive that all the top 5.
Big pile up in the back. Big pile up in the back.
There it is.
Everybody. There's 6, 7 cars. Good Lord.
Arcadia, I think, may have accidentally caused that from a spin or a crash. Oh, no.
Yeah, I saw him falling down, and then I saw everything fall apart.
And Scorns gets caught up in a 2. No, and it's a safety car in lap 1. Turn 3. Look at that, baby. We don't make it too far here without safety cars. Let's go.
Every tier today, I think, has had a safety car within the first 3 corners.
Wow.
I don't think there was a clean one.
Yeah, it was that was a little rough.
Mr. Titan's up 7 positions, though, so it worked out for him.
Hey, you're right. He did. He must have circumnavigated that chaos really well. A couple people in front of him are all brake dragging, getting a lot of smoke out of their tires right now, so very interesting. Titan, though, yeah, really, really, really good start from him, but he's debating going to the pits, decides not to switch off the tires. He's going to make up another one. He's actually going to be up 8. And Minico Drix swapping positions under safety car. They may have had a bit of a moment with Arcadia as well. Interesting. What a start, man. 4 people in the pits. Happy, Simon, Arc, and Chazzy. Both the Ferraris having a rough start, as well as an Alpine and a Mercedes. And the V-Carb and the Haas of Scornsy and City, respectively. Not the best starts as well, but at least they made it out without any damage. Woo. Colby, we already have a moment to breathe. I think it was a little bit too early to get a moment to breathe, wasn't it?
Yeah, I just saw, looked at the lineup and I saw Arcadia come just falling down the order, and then I looked back up and it was just fiasco in the back.
Yeah,
I didn't see exactly what happened, but he might have just spinning and got in the way, and everyone widened out trying to get around it.
Yeah, I think that you're probably right. I think it was a bit of a spin, and then did a chain reaction from there. Quite unfortunate, obviously these things happen, right? But hey, there's only time for him to go and make it up. By the way, I'm gonna be right back. I should go grab something really quick from downstairs. But as we're here under safety car, guys, we're gonna have 1.5 more laps, give or take, of safety car to go. I will be right back. Toby, the floor is yours.
All right. Yeah, Pat in the chat says Titan Cook for sure. I mean, he avoided the chaos phenomenally. I mean, Yellow Snowman's up also. Arcadia, it's tough when you qualify really well and a couple corners into it, you're at the back. It's rough. These guys up front keep swapping positions, and I don't know why. Ellie says Scornsy got damage from it. Is it probably floor, rear wing? Because his front was fine.
Oh no! Saying Scorns, you got some damage out of that?
Yeah, I don't know if it's floor, rear wing. She didn't specify, but because his front wing looks fine, unless it's just minor.
Shoot, that's
he just
tough.
thought it wasn't worth pitting.
Could have been one of those moments.
Yeah, these guys up front keep swapping around positions. Cookie and Drix are going back and forth also.
Interesting. I don't know what they're doing. Is it shenanigans, or are they just all antsy?
Just playing.
They could be.
Playing mind games.
Hey,
remember how Max used to do Lewis in 21? Used to get right up next to him.
That's true.
Mind games.
However, obviously that's technically not allowed here, right? So let's hope they're not doing it. But hey, now we're about to have the safety car go in this lap, so the shenanigans are about to come to an end. Eruption slows us down to a trundling 35, 40 miles an hour. Wow, that is a slow set to restart. He's gonna hit that 50. I'm wondering if he keeps it variable, or if he's, if he starts varying that speed. He keeps going a little bit faster, actually. He's going from 50 to 60. So hopefully he keeps it around that 60. He's doing everything he can to warm up those tires. Look at how much he has to do that. That's crazy. He's trying everything he can. There he goes.
Ellie did specify its underbody damage for Scornsy.
Well, Scorns is in for a world of hurt for this race, but you know what? He's sitting in 16th. You never know. Something could go right for him, and he might be able to find some way to make up some positions. Strix, by the way, trying to make a position off the rip. He make a move on the inside down into turn 1 on Minico. He will. It's a late break from Drix, and he gets the job done. And there's a Williams that gets a minute, and Minico gets a little bit spun around. Oh, man, I think that was Cookie getting a little bit too audacious. Spins around Minico, and I saw some weird, some front wing debris get tossed around there. So hopefully it's not Minico's, but it definitely might be. It doesn't look like it is.
He has both of his end plates, but
interesting. Oh, it's Cookie. Cookie on that front left. Looks like he's missing it. So behind that, it's Xylo and Minico. Xylo actually peeking out from the outside, trying to see if he can find a way past Cookie. It's nice and scrappy in the back. Rich Sebi and Supply Raptor actually have a side-by-side moment in turn 7 of all places. And they somehow make it out alive. That's quite impressive. Xylo and Cookie. Xylo makes the move. Done and dusted pretty easily. Cookie stays back. And there's another kick Sauber. Supply Raptor getting a little bit down and dirty against Sketchable. Almost collides with this with the rear end of Sketchable, but ends up not. Has it nice and clean as they make the way through this final sector at the Catalunya circuit. It's looking rather racy for everybody right now, Toby. It seems like everyone's kind of on edge. Are you getting that feeling?
Yeah, first race of the season, I think everyone's been like that all day today. I mean, you just want to get that first race out of the way and, see where everyone's lining up at. Let your, try to, what do you say, establish your dominance, I guess you could say?
Yeah. Speaking of someone who's establishing dominance, it's Minico trying to take an outside line. Nope, he's going to switch back the heck out of Cookie. He sold the dummy like nobody's business. Well, Minico, I think you need to change your occupation, become a salesman. That was incredible, but there's an inside dive from Cookie.
Back.
He doesn't want to give it up. I think he might well, hold on a second. If we're going to go too wide into turn 7, this is only going to be disastrous. Yet Minico says, go ahead.
Minico backed out. Smart.
He doesn't switch back. In fact, Cookie just loses him more and more time. There it goes. Down inside line. Yeah, Cookie he has wing damage. Nothing Cookie can do to defend that. Now Sketchable's going to get him too. Well, maybe not. Sketchable with a big slide, actually. He catches it. Oh, no. Almost catches up. I think it was Rich Sebi. Into some
Sebi caught it.
shenanigans
It was
too.
a good catch. Very good catch.
This is tense. What the heck, man? These guys are driving wild. Wow.
I think Cookie
awesome.
has to pit.
He's got to
losing
sooner or
way
later.
too
He
much.
probably should have earlier, but. Supply Raptor on the outside of Sketchable. Sketchable gives him just enough room to be able to make that move done. He's going to look for a switchback underneath him coming through turn 2 and 3. Dreams has a good front review of it. But it's Sketchable and Supply Raptor still fighting it. Cookie. Oh, hold on. Someone dropped down. It's Simon Colston. And Titan. Oh, no. And there's a safety car out of that. There's debris on the left side of the track for sure, but a safety car out of that, that's kind of surprising.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was talking to the wife.
No, you're good. I think Simon Colston and Titan may have had a little bit of a collision, and that's another safety car. Back under yellow, Tolby. Woohoo!
So I've noticed that about this game compared to last game. It seems like the safety cars come out easier.
I think they do too. I'm getting that
Like
vibe
the
as well.
last game, it didn't seem like they needed a safety car unless there was an actual crash. Like this one, it seems a lot more like, oh, there's debris on track, we're gonna throw out a safety car.
Yeah. Which I guess is technically
So
more
if you're
realistic,
realistic-
right? But yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good point, though. Looks like almost nobody. Oh, actually, that's Rich Sebi running straight into the rear end of somebody under safety car. Oh, no, Sebi. Oh, no. Oh, and he spins.
Oh, now he's spinning.
And you know how I told you
Get
that
up in a
Sebi,
second. Get out of first. Get out of first.
he's not
Third.
happy.
There you go. Yeah. After this game, after you spin, like you can't try to start off and get in first when your tires are warm. You're
No,
just
you
gonna keep
cannot.
doing donuts.
Oh, man, Sebi looks like he is leaning like the Tower of Pisa. He's very tilted right now, I think, from that rear end. I think he just maybe came up upon somebody and just got caught off guard and just nailed the rear end of somebody. Oh, that's tough. That's tough. Well, Red Bull's looking like masterful, master strat peoples. They're sitting in second and third. And everybody except for Eruption, Drix, and Chazzy have moved up or down the grid. Our biggest gainer is Yellow Snowman up 8. He's actually into the points barely. And the biggest loser, unfortunately, is Cookie down 15 positions after that wing damage and having to fight off for such a long time. So, wow. This is
Yeah,
interesting.
Yellow's always been really good at staying out of the madness.
Yeah. Yeah, he finds a way to just like
Like
dodge
before, when he was in
everything.
tier 1, he still was never the fastest guy. He just was really good at staying out of the craziness and keeping clean, and that's normally how he got his points.
Hey, you know, however you're going to do it is how you're going to do it. Like, honestly, I like his strategy of just
Right.
playing it cool, calm, and consistent. Like, it works pretty well. So
If I would have did that earlier today, I probably would have stayed in the race. You know?
I mean, honestly, from what it looked like, from what I saw from you, it looked like there was nothing you could do. But yeah, it was a tough spot for sure.
It happens.
Yeah, it happens for sure. Man, I think this race has been pretty intense so far. We've had a couple good, attempts at passes and stuff like that. A couple good little moments here and there. It looks like Rich Sebi is going to go ahead and change his 4 tires. Does not get a wing, so I guess he didn't have wing damage. I guess. I don't know how you avoided wing damage right there. That's quite impressive. But no wing damage for him. Down outside of that, I'm actually pretty impressed with somebody on the Williams team right now. It's B-Dunk. He's staying rather racy right here in the top 5. It's pretty good. Minico,
I
obviously.
raced a couple of the rookie races with him, and he was absolutely rapid. Like, I knew he was going to be able to stick up there with Miniko and Xylo and all them.
And look at this. Now he's right there sandwiched in between the two of them. Miniko, that moment that he got kind of caught off guard into turn 1 where we think maybe it was Cookie getting a little bit too sendy on the inside on him. What do you think? Do you think it was that? Or do you think it was something else that caused that?
Oh, I don't know. I think everybody just... Today's been crazy. Everyone sees gaps and goes for them, whether it's the smartest decision to make or not the smartest decision to make. Like I said, I think it's the thing of the showing the dominance thing first race of the season.
Yeah, you are probably right on that one. It's it seems quite sendy tonight, and you know I like some good sendies for sure. But yeah, it was pretty intense. It sounds like Pat is confirming with us. It was a collision with Cookie, so I had a feeling it was. Yeah, it looks like a bit of an audacious move into turn 1 from Cookie is what caused that one. But hey, we're about to go racing again. Let's see what Eruption's going to have for us in store. Oh. Hold on a second. Oh, no. There it is. Okay.
Oh, Xylo
Really
got
late
a good
restart from
jump
Eruption.
on the Chubi.
Yeah, sorry, my controller just got disconnected for a second. Really late restart from Eruption to Chubi. Almost has a spot to make a move on his teammate, but decides not to, and Xylo gets held back in the process. Eruption still stays in the front by a little over 4/10 over on Drix, who's getting great restarts. Xylo looks like he might be burning some energy. Just a hold up on the back of Tachubi, and B-Dunk looking at it, smelling blood in the water. Outside of that, the other highlighter right behind him, the Kick Sauber of Supply Raptor looking rather aggressive, trying to spot an opening, but they just don't exist quite yet. It's still train racing. No moves needed, no moves necessary. Big DRS train from first down to the back. Every single person within a couple tenths of each other. Somebody who's dropping a couple bits is Scornsy and Chazzy. But Scornsy has to actually lose a position in turn 7. Again, never fun to lose one there. It's always a great spot to lose, time. And Scornsy with that damage must be really struggling. Arcadia also closing up on him. Back up the front. Oh, we got Titan.
Titan and Happy Lake Pause.
I think it was Titan more than anything, actually. Maybe just a bit of a lockup and side-potted somebody, I think. Maybe Rich Sebi, something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but Sebi really having a character-building race tonight. He's going to have to figure out some way to come back from this. But you know what? I think he might have it in him. You never know. Supply Raptor looks like he's the closest one to making a move on his way down into turn 1, but he's still not going to go for it because Miniko's just a little bit too far ahead. You can see the differences in braking between the two of them. Looks like Miniko was a little bit better on entry, but a better exit from Supply Raptor. He'll play dividends. This is some intense racing. We're back to some intense train racing. Literally no big gaps until you get to 18th. Look at that. Told me this is racing, huh?
Yeah, this is what we're used to seeing in Tier 1.
Yeah.
This is pretty normal.
And you said, you
they're
were like,
making
I think it's going to be some pods,
Right.
And nope, unfortunately not. We just have one gigantic mega train. 18 drivers.
Yeah, like I
all
said, I've
fighting
been known
for
to
it.
be wrong. I've been known to be wrong once or twice.
I mean, honestly, I thought you were going to be right, if I'm going to be super honest with you. Like, I really thought there's no way that it's going to be, equally as competitive all the way up and down the grid. But it looks like it is. Everybody's finding ways to hold their own once the green lights go off. Like, they're really putting down some pretty impressive race performances specifically. Qualifying, obviously, it's one thing, right? But this race has been pretty close so far in those moments where it is green flag racing to Chubi with that first fastest lap.
I keep watching Chazzy. Chazzy keeps thinking about making a move on Shry. He'll come out of line and go back in. I don't know if he's just trying to fake him into trying to block or what.
It could be. I mean, it looks like Shry, it looks like he might be a little bit vulnerable. I mean, if you look at that gap, it's just over a tenth and a half, 2.5 tenths now. So it's pretty tight between the two of them. I think Chazzy does have an opportunity on the horizon if he picks his moments right. The Yellow Snowman, of course, also doing a great job picking his moments right, sitting 2 positions in front of Chazzy in that top 10 spot. Shry does look vulnerable, though. I think you're right. Like, I think one bad corner, like, look at that right there. Chazzy gets even closer.
They closed up on him so much.
It's crazy. And I'm looking at the energy that they both have. Chazzy hardly using any. Shry down to less than half. So I think this is just Chazzy being a little bit quicker. Cookie and Ark actually having a bit of a collision. Cookie barging his way through. He's up into 14th now. Doesn't want to have to stay back any longer. It's a Ferrari battle between Colston and Arcadia. They're playing dangerous, man. A lot of these Tier 1 drivers are getting over that curb on turn 13. Do you think any of them are going to hit it tonight?
I don't think we've really seen anybody collide with it today. I mean, I hope not. Everyone's been pretty warned that it's there.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I hit one earlier. So, however, I was like actually not even on the curb, and it still hit me and then teleported me to the left of the curb. It was crazy. The clip is wild. Like, it looks like it's not even real. It's insane. Yeah, so that was a little bit unfortunate. But outside of that, you know, it seems like it's been relatively non-prevalent today. You're right. It's quite interesting. J. Joe says he took that curb.
J. Joe said he took it.
Yeah.
And he said it was fine. I hit it one time in practice, and it sent the back of my car almost over the front.
Oh, no way.
I was like, okay, I'm staying away from it.
Yeah, that's one way to get a warning. You know, get front flipped in an F1 car. That's impressive.
So now we're starting to see the gap start to come out. You got yellow back behind by 1.2, sketchy by 1.1.
Yeah, you're right. The gaps are starting to form a little bit.
It's gonna be the brakes and the DRS.
Yeah, it's just trying to find, you know, exactly that little bit of extra pace without having to burn off all your energy to stay within DRS of each other. So right now it's a top 7 DRS fight. There's a bit of a spin in the back. It's Titan has a bit of a rough one, but actually it looks like Chassis might be making a move on it. No, yep, there it goes. Yellow Snowman. Actually, no, it was Shry on a move on Yellow Snowman. Excuse me. All these cars, that green and silver, and really hard to tell. That was Shry actually making a move on Yellow Snowman. So now Shry is sitting there in 10th, and Yellow Snowman in 11th.
Now,
His teammate
now is
Chassis
Yellow
12th.
going to fight Chazzy, or is he going to let him by?
I don't see him just letting him by, but I also don't see him like hard fighting him. I think if he says like, all right, this guy's going to get me, he's not going to make it too hard. But I don't see him just leaning over and saying, yeah, go ahead, take it. You know? I don't see that in his cards. Personally. Could be wrong, though. As you say, I've been known to be wrong.
Yeah, he just moved to the side, let him by. Right there. It's on the back stretch down to the 9.
Yeah, it's been easy. Not gonna fight his teammate, which is good. Now Yellow Snowman, though, now he's on defense. Oh, actually, there goes Shry. He makes a mistake.
Oh, there goes Shry.
Yep. Oh no. Good rejoin from him, though. Keeps it cool, clean. Doesn't get in anyone's way when he comes back on track. He looks good. Up at the front, it's Drix, Eruption, and Tachubi and Xylo still all rather close with each other. This top 4 fight, and, you know, it matters a lot because it's that difference. Are you going to get a podium or are you not? Are you going to be that one person in this pod that does not earn a podium for yourself? And that's got to be painful, you know, to be just part of that, you know,
right.
Slightly out of it. Minikill, obviously, he's 2 seconds
my
out.
My thing is he's on the hards. Everybody else around him, everybody else in the top 11 are on mediums besides Minikill.
Yeah.
So with the 2 safety cars, are those medium runners going to be able to hold out for softs? Or when is the crossover going to be and Miniko starts to have the better tires compared to everybody else?
That's a great question. I think that crossover is going to be hitting lap 18. Probably. Maybe lap 16. Miniko, though, the hard part about being on the hards is I bet you everybody's starting to hit the cliff right now, so he's going to have about 4 laps of advantage, but he still needs to pit at the exact same time that these medium runners go take softs. Like, he can't go any later, right? So otherwise, he's going to lose out to the undercut, and the undercut here is strong. So he doesn't have to worry about that. Speaking of strong, Xylo, Minicoat, Supply Raptor, and B-Dunk all still fighting it. Looks like B-Dunk just went and got in front of Supply Raptor with very, very, very little fight in it. Sorry, other way around. Supply Raptor got in front of B-Dunk, excuse me. With almost no fight in it, which, honestly, I don't blame him right now. No real point to fight. Keep it chill.
Now you still have over half the race left.
Exactly.
Yeah, we've had enough safety cars.
Yeah. We can have another one. Yeah, a little bit more spice, you know? I'm always down for it.
Right.
Speaking of spice up at the front, it's still rather mild. Eruption holding down the lead relatively comfortably. He's not using too much battery, just, you know, keep staying even keeled. And you got people like Drix, Tachubi, and Xylo trying their best to hunt down that Aston Martin in front of them. And it looks like they definitely are on the hunt. Tachubi, though.
Deep.
Ooh,
Yeah,
actually, I think
he
it's
went deep
Xylo.
in the 10, and
yeah.
Well, no, Chuby went deep into 10, and Xylo almost took him.
Oh,
Xylo is way less on battery than anybody else in the top 4. And there's the first pit.
yeah, it's from Drix.
Gonna try to undercut Eruption. Smart.
What tires does Drix grab? He's gonna go to the whites. He's gonna go hards. Okay. Those of you guys that are new here and haven't yet hit the subscribe button, A, make sure you do. We'd love to have you on more often. But B, if you guys don't know this about Drix, this dude is a hard whisperer. He knows how to get the most out of hard tires like nobody else I've ever seen in this game. It's about to get wild. So better watch some surprising pace out of this guy. It's going to be rather shocking for some hard tires. Coming around turn 1, 2, and 3 on his way out of the pit exit. Let's see what he's got. Pat says it right. Like the video. We'd love to have you around more often. Let's see what he's got, man. I think he's one to be worried about now that he decided to take a super early undercut. I think he's one to really worry about. What are you thinking, Toby?
I don't think it was really early. Well, with the 2 safety cars, I guess it was a little early. But the right time we figured out the pit was around 15 from the if you're going from the mediums to the hards. But yeah, Eruption's answering back at him. He really doesn't have a choice, because if he stayed down another lap, there's no chance that Drix wasn't going to undercut him, because Drix is in fresh air.
Yep.
He has 2.5 seconds to the car in front of him, so.
In fact, as I'm looking at where he's coming out right here, I'm just watching on Eruption's POV. I want to see who gets the advantage here. It looks like that blue dot of Drix is closing.
Yeah, he's coming down the main
fast.
straight.
Hold on a second. It's going to be neck and neck. You can see Drix's car just come over the hill right there. I think Eruption may have held him off for now. Only just. Yeah, he has, but now Eruption's going to be on some frigid tires, and Drix is about to catch that gap like it doesn't even exist. 7/10 is going to disappear really quick. I guarantee you. I guess that was smart from Eruption. You're right. Cover off that undercut ASAP.
Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah, he was done for.
And Drix burned all his ERS on that outlap.
Of course he did.
Every bit of it. He was down to 10%. Yeah. I mean, you had to.
Yeah.
That was his shot.
Yeah, honestly, I still think he's got another shot
But
later.
he will have another shot.
Yeah.
He'll have another
He definitely does. 18 laps to go here. Sorry, 19, excuse me. 19 laps to go here in the race. And, yeah, it's nowhere near over quite yet. Wait, 17 laps. Dude, math is so hard, y'all. That's crazy. 17 laps left to go here. And, yeah, it's nowhere near over. Drix, obviously, getting out of those hards a little bit early. Eruption follows suit 1 lap after. I'm surprised we haven't seen people popping onto the softs yet. Xylo and Chuby are swapping around. We got a yellow flag in the back. Oh, it's...
Oh, Scornsy jumped in.
Ah, yeah, Scornsy going in, yeah. Unfortunate for sure.
Yellow would have been 4.
He's on the hearts. And in front of that pit exit, actually, it's a double Haas and Eruption fight, with Drix getting caught behind 2 Haas's. Oh, he's going to want to make a move here. Get ready for this send. It's going to be done. There's no way that City of R holds on for that first corner. Yep, no way. And now Sebi is in Drix's sights. And again, no way Drix lets him hold on to this position for any longer than he has to. Doesn't quite get the exit, though. He needed that. He needed a little bit better. So now he's going to lose.
7 would be sketchy.
Yeah. He's losing time. A lot of it.
Yeah,
He's not
Eruption's
happy.
just disappearing right now.
Yeah, it looks like Eruption's just flying away from him right now. It's going to be an outside line for Drix.
Oh.
Oh!
Sebi's fighting him.
Yeah, Sebi's really fighting him. Oh my gosh. Why would he do that, though? That just ruins his own chances. Now he's going to get potentially overtaken by his teammates. City of R and Rich Sebi are side by side through 13 and 14. Whoa! Sebi doesn't want to give it up. He says, I've had a bad enough day today. Let me go make it worse for all of you guys as well. Wow, Rich Sebi is going now.
I can't
fighting.
believe Sebi fought Drix right there. And then he's fighting him right
he's
here
doing
in
it again.
turn 1.
Yep. Drix, I guarantee you, not stoked
Drix
right now.
Mad.
Yep.
Heated.
You can see it in the car language. Oh, I would be too, right? Drix taking the wide line, going to go ahead and preserve that front left tire. Play a little bit smarter with it. Play conservative. He's got City of Art way behind him as well, so he's got no worry from behind. Dude, Sebi's got no chill tonight, man. I love this. I love this. It's only good action for us. Horrible for Drix. Great for us here in the chat. You guys loving this one as much as I am. Nathan says, my heart. He loves seeing his driver go and fight it with the big dog. That's what I'm talking about. Even though they're on entirely opposite strategies, and it really has no benefit to either of them to do this, Sebi says, too bad. I'm going to try. This is awesome, man. I love it. Up in the front, we got a couple more people pitting.
Eruption's up the road by 2.5 seconds almost.
Yep. They're flying ahead. And then those who have pit, it's going to be Tachubi, B-Dunk, and Supply Raptor. B-Dunk opting for hards. Supply Raptor, Tachubi opting for softs. B-Dunk, what you thinking there, bud? Bit interesting.
I mean, 13 laps on the softs. Those softs are going to be hurting at the end.
Yeah, they probably will.
I can see B-Dunk's idea on it, but...
That's a fair point. Maybe. Now, Nathan, by the way, is letting us know that the best position that Haas has had all day today is 11th. And right now, they're sitting in 10th and 11th, but they still have yet to make some pit stops. They're not going to go to the end. So, Sebi might pull one and try to go to the end, but City, no chance, right? So,
yeah, no shot for City.
Who knows what's going to happen here. Miniko and Xylo still fighting up at the front. They have never dropped their tussle. Miniko, honestly, has done a great job to recover from that kerfuffle he got in with Cookie. He's done a really, really good job to get back into it. And there he goes, Miniko, right into the pits. Gonna take an early pit stop, undercut off of those hards. He's gonna go softs, guarantee. Watch the reds get ripped onto that. McLaren right now. He'll come out probably about 5 seconds behind Drix is my guess. To put him right up there with that Supply Raptor Tachubi area. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I think 13 is a long time for those softs. Those softs are going to be screaming. On the left side, anyway.
Yeah, I guess it's a fair point. We got a yellow flag in the back. Looks like it's going to be Shry. Oh, no. Shry has spun himself out. And same thing with Titan. They both spin themselves out at turn 13. Oh, Titan. Really warm rears. Oh, man. Titan's going to go ahead and run to the pits. He's on 19 lap-old mediums. Yeah, it's time to get off those for sure. Silos.
Yeah, Eruption's getting held up right now by the Ferraris. So
Doesn't get held up for too long.
They're helping Drix out.
He needs it. The question is Arcadia going to try to send it? He doesn't have the pace for it. This is impressive, man. This is really impressive to see these all these drivers fight it out like this. I want to see what Eruption's going to do here with Simon Carlson, though. Where is he going to pick his move? Is he going to be smart and take it onto the pit stop or onto the pit straight? Or is he going to do it a little bit later or earlier? Will he have a chance to? Oh, just kidding.
He doesn't have to.
Easy. He gets all the advantage of a DRS straight without any of the deficit of the car being in front of you. So that's nice for Eruption. He's going to be happy about that one. The Raptor with the fastest lap of the race right now at a 13-0. Good lap. Would actually be pretty decent in some of the tiers qualifyings right now. Simon Carlson coming out of the pits. He'll be coming out in 15th behind Happy Like Pies. Who actually just passed by Sketchy Bull.
Chazzy, and Dreams are all up there on 2021 old mediums, so they have to be going sauce.
Yeah, they're waiting as long as they possibly can. The definition of an overcut. They're just hoping for that safety car to come, because if they get a safety car in the next 2 laps, this race gets thrown on its head like crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
In fact, we do have a slow car in the back. Looks like Yellow Snowman. Yellow flag, having a bit of a mistake coming out of the pit exit. Titan Schreier actually almost getting lapped by Xylo right now. Fun fact. And Cookie, he might go all the way, and he's also not too far off. So, who knows? This is crazy.
Yeah, man. I don't think Cookie's going to pit again. I think he's going to try to take those to the end.
You're probably right. Dreams, though. He's going to go ahead and go in along with Chazzy. Both of these guys going to make the pit stop now. Can't keep it going any longer. Let's see who is going to come out on top. Who had the better button press? It's all it's about. Who presses up one button better? Is it Chazzy or is it Dreams? It looks like it's Chazzy by pretty good margin as well, actually. Dreams now comes out just about dead even where he was when he came in. So that worked out pretty all right. In front of them, I see a fight with Supply Raptor and Tachubi, fresh softs, battling it out, doing their best to catch up to Arcadia on those old hards. And then, of course, the rest of the guys in front of him. Do we think we see Tachubi get up and mix it up with the podiums by the end of this race?
Oh, for sure.
Think so.
He'll get up there. Whether he has a tire life to fight at the end of the race, That's what I'd be more worried about. I think he'll be up there. I just don't know if he's going to be able to hold it against the fresher tires.
You could be right. I mean, we only have 2 people that we know for sure are going to have to pit, which are Arcadia and Xylo. There's no chance they go all the way, right? In fact, there goes to Chuby right now, making a pass on Arcadia. He's going to be up into 5th now. Good move from him, and Supply Raptor and Arcadia fighting it out. Arcadia goes down to 7th now. Old tires really doing some troubles for him. Oh, they're passing a lap car. Oh, yeah, Shry getting lapped. That's got to be rough for Shry. We know Shry to be one of the fastest guys in Moose Racing League. And for him to be lapped in race 1 is just so unfortunate.
The underbody damage is hard to drive with.
Yeah. Him and Scornsy both, I think, have underbody damage, but we know for sure Scornsy does. Shry, I'm not 100% certain on.
Oh, that was Scornsy. I apologize.
Scornsy. No, you're good. You're good. You're good. We'll, man, I don't know who's going to end up, in the best spot at the end of this race. Looks like Xylo's definitely struggling on those mediums right now. He is banking on a safety car to come out any minute now, but looks like it's not happening for him quite yet. Arcadia and Minico, though, they might cause one. They're neck and neck. Arcadia barely has to back out last minute going into 7. Good thing that he did, though, because Minico was not going to let him through. That was a smart back out from the Ferrari driver. Teach me Rich Sebi. Remember how I said he'd had a bit of a tilting race? Look where he's at right now. Staying in 9th.
Yeah.
Not too bad, huh?
Really good recovery.
Yeah, I'd take that right now. 2 points after where I was at earlier in the race. You kidding me? I would take this any day of the week.
Yeah.
And against this grid? Yeah, he had the help of 1 safety car to get back to where he's at right now. That's it. That's not that much. I mean,
I've been keeping an eye on the gap from Eruption to Cookie. When I forgot who was in front of him. Somebody pit that was in front of Cookie. Was it Minico? Anyway,
I think so. Yeah.
When they pit, it was at I think it was 5.2. So in 2 laps, he knocked down to 3.3.
Now, what about that Drix to Eruption gap? 2.3 right now. I'm curious if it's getting bigger or smaller, or staying about the same.
It's gotten bigger.
Oh.
When Eruption was fighting, trying to get around the Ferraris, it was down to 1.7 at one point.
So Eruption set to be the fastest person on track right now, is what you're saying.
That's what it's looking like.
Oh, how the turntables. Now, I like the sound of that. Now, Xylo, I just really don't know what his plan is at this point. I think he's got his, head, shoulders, knees, and toes crossed right now. I think he's praying as much as he possibly can. He's learning new religions to pray to at this point, just so he can add some extra ones in there, because I think he, only has a shot at keeping this lead if he gets a safety car.
I really wish we could see Tire Life as spectators.
Yeah, right. Oh. But unfortunately, you can't. However, I mean, either way, Xylo, I don't think he's pit at all. He's on 25 laps.
If you watch his onboard, he's all over the place.
Yeah. Yep, he's the only driver on track that has yet to make a pit stop. Chazzy, though, goes and throws down the fastest lap of the race at 13.013. Good lap from Chazzy Bot. The Mercedes of Chazzy just outside the points, sitting in 11th, but he's got soft as compared to B-Dunk's hards. Chazzy probably going to catch up before the end of the race and at least have a shot at scoring a point or 2 tonight. Minico, Supply Raptor to Chuby, Drix. That's our little pod that we got here in the upper midfield. Drix, you think he's in danger? Where he's at with these fresher tire people behind him?
I think he is, at least right off the bat. I don't know, he shouldn't fight his teammate, of course. I mean, like you said, don't just move over and let him by. But I'd honestly, to be fair, if I'm Drix, I'm going to let him by just to see if he can put any dent in the Eruption. While he has the tires too. Oh, and Cookie with a 3-second. That is not good. And
then also on top of that, it's Xylo going into the pits. He could not wait any longer. Had to go make it. And it looks like the safety car gamble did not pay off for Xylo. He's going to have to make that early pit stop and get off these mediums, get onto some softs, and just put down the best laps of his life. Now, we know this guy can do quality-like laps in the middle of a race session. It's quite impressive. He will come out right in the center, right in the thick of this little battle between Dreams, City, and Simon. And yet, just barely in front of it, comes out from Xylo. Now he's got to put pedal to the metal on these fresh softs. Dude, the gaps are getting close up at the front. Look at this. Minico to Supply to Drix.
Chuby did get by Drix. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Chuby got by Drix. I'm trying to watch the time to see if he makes any indent into eruption at all.
Now the question is, did this penalty of Tachubi's, where does it come from? Do you know?
The what was that?
This penalty of Tachubi's, where does it come from? Did he get a corner cut? Did he do something different? I think it was probably just
I
corner
didn't
cuts,
even
right?
see he got a penalty.
Yeah, he's got a penalty.
Yeah, they're both of them up front are only 3 seconds, so it has to be a corner cut. I didn't even see that happen.
Yep, looks like 3 seconds, so you're right. In fact, there's the two Red Bulls going side by side. Tachubi gonna let his boy Drix through. Supply Raptor, though, wants to be part of that let-through group as well. Supply Raptor does go ahead and get through with a good pass into turn 1. Tachubi decides to relinquish the position and let him go. I think that's probably smart for the sake of preservation, but it's definitely gonna slow down his teammate if Supply Raptor starts to put some pressure on Drix. So Tachubi better be careful as to exactly how much gap he gives to some of his compatriots and how close he lets them get to his teammates. Ooh, man. It's going to be a pretty intense finish. Cookie and Eruption at the front as well. It's neck and neck. Who do you have your money on between the two of the top guys right now?
I mean, right now, I don't think he can go against Eruption. He keeps spreading that gap out in between himself and Drix. And with Cookie, I mean, Cookie's on these really old tires, so I don't think he can hold Eruption off. So I think Eruption is basically has in the bag as long as he can keep it on track and not get any penalties.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. That 3 second that Cookie's got as well is really going to hinder him as the back half of these last few laps comes down to those last few laps. Eruption actually just zooms past him. Look at that difference in pace. That was unbelievable. It's looking like it was an F2 versus an F1 moment right there. That was unbelievable. Now right behind them, Supply Raptor trying to put the pressure on Drix. Can't quite get through. Tachubi doing his best defense. And Miniko sits there in 6th waiting to pick up the pieces. Remember he is the only one on mediums out of this top 6 kerfuffle. Tachubi and Cookie both on penalties. So if Miniko can help Drix catch up some time, they may be able to catch up all the way up to Cookie. And there goes Miniko, the huge dive to the inside, locks up the rears. Almost side pods the heck out of Tachubi. Tachubi definitely counting his lucky blessings right there. That was nearly a disaster. I did that earlier today. It's very scary. That was intense. Miniko definitely be, quite happy that he made it out alive right there as he drives through the smoke left from Drix's lockup. Drix still 3.8 away from the leading 2 cars.
Yeah, Cookie has to stay in Eruption's DRS.
Has to.
Yeah,
I don't think he
drops
will.
out of DRS, Drix will catch him.
Yeah, I don't think he will.
He's burned all his ERS trying to stay there.
Yep, and Eruption's still chilling. I don't know, man. I think this might be the beginning of the end for Cookie. Ooh, this is interesting. Xylo, though, yeah, really good point from JJo. Xylo went from potential win. Now he's barely even potential for points. He's got to get past Rich Sebi, who doesn't want to let anybody get past it. Xylo with the biggest send I've ever seen in my life. He does make it through. And Rich Sebi was not stoked about that one. Now he's got Chazzy on the outside of him. I think Sebi may have caught some wing damage as well. Chazzy and Rich Sebi getting a little bit side potty. Sebi has to back out. No, he does not, though. Chazzy takes the outside line. I think he's going to have it done dusty. He does, but only just. And Chazzy makes his way up into the points, but only barely. Xylo with a super send, though. I don't know if you saw that, Tolby. That was from a couple different zip codes, man. That was a little bit much from Xylo, I think. I doth protest. That was pretty wild. We got a yellow flag in front. Looks like it's going to be Mr. Titan. Unfortunate for him. He's off to the side of the road right there. Went ahead and just got out of everybody's way. He's going to go ahead and get lapped one more time. He's going to go and finish the race, though. So props to Titan and Shry for finishing the race, even though they are in the lapped positions. Really unfortunate for them. Xylo now, he's right up in the tail end of B-Dunk. By tail end of B-Dunk, I meant basically inside of his exhaust pipe. Whoa, B-Dunk. No way he holds this one. Done and dusted. He is gone. But what can Xylo do with the next 3 laps? He's on soft tires that are basically brand new against some old hards that Arcadia's got in front of him.
Yeah, Arcadia's on 29 laps.
What's up?
Arcadia's on 29. Those hards are 29 laps.
Yeah.
He's
These are shredded.
Xylo's gonna catch him by the end of this lap, no problem.
Yeah, it will not take him long at all. I agree. So we shall see if he does go make the pass though. Now Drix, by the way, 3.3 away from Cookie. Cookie is about to lose that position on time penalties, and I believe they were fair time penalties. So that could be one dusted for Drix. Now than Drix though, it's the question of can he get any farther up than just second. I think second would end up being enough for Drix after the way that tonight's race has gone and the struggles that he had in the traffic. Second would not be too bad, I would say. But he's got to still go and convert it. He's 1/10 away from getting within that second place spot off of time penalties. And it looks like he's making it up on the straightaway alone.
Yeah.
Supply after closing in, decides to back out.
I thought for
had it.
sure Supply Raptor was diving right there.
Me too. I mean, then again, we did just see his
for sure he was
compatriot
doing it.
Xylo send it from even farther back, so that might be why we were a little bit conditioned to say he was going to go for it. That send from Xylo was something else, wasn't it, Toby?
I didn't see it. I wish I would
man.
have.
It was...
I'm getting updates from the hospital from my wife, so.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Keep doing what you got to do. In the race right now, we got Tachubi still holding off in 5th, but again, he's rocking those time penalties. Miniko in 6th. Will be able to make up that position off of Tachubi, off those time penalties alone. And if Drix can keep catching up to Cookie and bringing this train behind him closer and closer and closer, we might even get Miniko getting lucky with another position over Cookie. It's just a question of how many does he drop. Let's go ahead and take a look at this gap from the leader. Right now, Miniko, 6.6 back from the leader. Cookie, 2.3. It is 1.3 seconds of pace difference, or 1.3 seconds of position difference between Cookie and Miniko, technically, after penalties go through. And right now, we are starting our final lap with Eruption still in the lead. He's doing an incredible job to hold off all the fights. And Supply Raptor storms to the front of Drix. Going into turn 1, Drix has a huge lockup as well from the rears. Drix caught totally napping, and he might even have his teammate come up around behind him. In fact, Miniko's going to take a move right now. There goes Miniko, takes the inside line, and Tachubi will have nothing to say about it. There's no way he can. And now Drix may have just thrown that position away for himself. Supply Raptor looking set to steal second place, and Cookie might even get lucky and be able to hold off the position from Drix at this rate, because you need to see a 3.2 or 6.2 difference. He needs to be 3 seconds away from the guy in front. Drix needs to have some serious pace right here in this final lap. He's going to get some DRS advantage. Cookie will not have that. Drix burning everything he's got. Cookie also down to 0. Drix, good braking zone right there. I think he is within that 3 seconds. Miniko, though, is just 4/10 away from stealing out Cookie's spot. It's going to be neck and neck. But before we get there, it's Eruption crossing the line in the lead by a huge margin. 3 seconds of a win. Great win from him. Cookie comes home in 2nd, but he's going to lose it on time penalties to Supply Raptor, and Drix takes 3rd. Cookie into 4th, and Miniko half a second away from that time penalty spot takes 5th. Tachubi in 6th, and then we'll get Xylo coming home in 7th. Ark in 8th, B-Dunk in 9th, and Chazzy rounds our top 10. Chazzy gets a point on his Tier 1 debut.
Said he didn't do, I mean, P11. That's still a good recovery. I mean, he did get rewarded with points, but after how it went,
yeah,
I might want to stay away from Drix in the paddock because Drix might have a few words for him. But
Yep, I agree. I think that may have been Drix's win, potentially, taken away from him, but never know. Also, though, Nathan will be extremely disappointed at the team principal of Haas because that gives them yet another P11 finish, and it means that they do their very first day as a Haas team for Season 11 on 0 points cumulatively. Wow. Holy
I can't say anything that's as many points as I've got, so.
That's fair. That's a tough start for the Haas team, but you know what? It's only up from here. Only up from here. And right now, somebody who's gone all the way up is the Aston Martin driver of Eruption, all the way up to the top step of the podium. Great opening race for him. And Kiss My Axe is looking like a genius right now with that draft pick. Supply Raptor, though, into 2nd, also making Mod look very smart. And Drix into 3rd for the Red Bull Cookie. A bit of a rough start for him. You know, I think he probably had a little bit more in him, had a couple of mistakes there, but he does end up getting himself into 4th. Not too bad. And then Miniko into 5th, Tachubi into 6th, Xylo into 7th, Arcadia in 8th, B-Dunk in 9th, Chazzy rounds our top 10. Then Sebi, Colston, Sketchy Bull, Scornsy with, by the way, floor damage, still comes home in 14th That's incredible. Snowman in 15th, Happy in 16th, City of in 17th, Dreams in 18th, Titan and Shry round out our top 20, both unfortunately getting lapped. But the fast slap went to Chazzy, who does end up getting himself 2 points then for the day because he came in the top 10. So Chazzy brings home 2 points. Not bad in tier 1. Any special standouts?
I'd be excited about that for sure.
Yeah. Do you have any special standouts for the night?
I mean, I was surprised. I don't think Drix could have beat Eruption even without the holdup, to be honest. I think Eruption just had it.
Yeah, I think you might be right. Eruption just seemed to be the guy tonight. Like, he came out swinging. He had a serious mission tonight. And yeah, I don't think there was anybody that was going to try to stop him. There's nothing we could do. Looks like we have somebody in the interview box as well. Who's already jumped in here?
That is Supply Raptor.
Hey, the speed. Oh, Supply Raptor. How's
right in the comms box, kicking in the door.
Let's go. Well, what's going on, my friend? How's it going, Supply Raptor? How you doing?
Good. It's been a while.
It has been a while. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
That was a wild race, man. Well done to get yourself up into the podium spots. That was a tough, podium obviously to earn as well. You started yourself in 10th. Do we have somebody else just jump in the box as well? What the heck is going on?
I'm trying to move him to the interview room. Hold on.
Yeah, I mean, starting in 10th to find yourself into 2nd is actually unbelievable, man. Like, what a crazy recovery. Was there a point in that race where you're like, yeah, I could definitely, nail this one. Like, this qualifying is well behind me. Or did it just kind of like slowly compound over time and there was never like a defining moment where you knew like, hey, I have this one?
To be honest, I didn't expect a top finish because I didn't even practice this race. I had other things to do. And the quality did cost me because the tires, for some reason, the tires wouldn't warm up. So, that was the reason.
I think everybody was struggling with that as well. I know, obviously myself in tier 3, that was like the big struggle that I had, was just trying to get those tires to actually turn on. Like, they were just, refusing to ignite. So for you to be able to get them going and then also go and, put down a great lap was going to be tough. But hey, your recovery was incredible. Well done to recover yourself all the way up into 2nd. That's unbelievable. That's a great start to the season. I mean, last season you did phenomenal, but unfortunately the top 2 guys were just their, class of their own. It looks like this season though, you want to go take it to them and maybe go show a shot at the championship, huh?
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully.
So that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, man.
As they say, there can only be one, though, so I wish you the best of luck in your pursuit, my man. It's a great opening round. Next week, going to Austria. It's the second round of our triple header IRL crossover. How are you feeling about that Austria round?
I'm feeling pretty confident. Well, I'm definitely going to practice next weekend. So
probably should.
Definitely feeling, yeah. So, definitely confident, a little confident.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited to see you put that confidence down into action, man. I wish you the best of luck in your bits of practice that you're finally going to do. And we can't wait to see you next week, man.
Thanks, Punjew.
We'll see you later.
All right, appreciate it.
Now, who else do we have? It sounds like we already have everybody itching to get in here.
Eruption.
Oh, it's our race winner tonight, Eruption. Well, howdy, friend. How you doing?
Pretty good.
I would assume so. What a dominant start. Great qualifying, great race. Just, you never stopped, being dominant. Your only hiccup, quote unquote, was when you got caught in a little bit of traffic, but you navigated that phenomenally, and then you just kept that domination. How are you feeling about your performance tonight? Did you put in a lot of practice, or was this like a, wow, I don't know how I did this kind of thing?
Well, to be honest, this is my first league race on the new game. So it was I need to do a lot of practice to understand the car, the setups, the tire temperatures, especially the tires as well, and of course the qualifying and warming up tires, which is mostly the big thing in the new game. But I managed it overall quite well, and it got me the pole position qualifying and the race win.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you know this, but Drix was in time trial. He's the 3rd fastest person in the world at that track. So for you to beat him in the qualifying session was so impressive. And I thought to myself, even if you lose the race, that's a win. That's an incredible lap to be able to go and write home about, dude, I beat this guy who's like literally beating Yarno. And you said, nope, that's not good enough for me. I'm gonna go thrash him down in the race too. So well done, and the great response, by the way, on the undercut. Was that the reason why you went in when you did to grab the hards, or were you already planning on that?
Like, I was already planning on going on the hards, but then I noticed that Drix didn't went for the lap 14 undercut, which
Yeah.
would have been OP. But then I noticed that he went still on with me, and at like laps 15, he pitted.
Mhm.
Then I was like, yep, it's time to push a pretty heavy in lap, and that's what I did, and came out in front, which I was very surprised. And then luckily there were 2 cars on the tracks. I overtook
Yeah.
them both on the
That-
straight, and then it was
Yep.
pretty much GG for Drix.
Yeah, he was not stoked.
Yeah,
I
killed Drix.
Toby got to watch it. Toby, you want to explain what happened to Drix right there?
Yeah, I mean, he got around this first one, and then the second one said
City.
he was just trying to manhandle him,
Yeah.
basically. And he lost a lot of time. You were 2 seconds up the road by the time he got around Sebi.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was done for. I'm sure Drix is not going to be too stoked about that one, but you know, that's racing. I mean, you got out in the right time. That's a good strategy call, and it worked out great for you. So well done. Some people are saying that they're already trying their Austria time trials. How are you feeling about Austria? Is this a track that you're strong at, or are you gonna have to put in equal, if not more, practice this time around?
I mean, it's my home track, so
that
I
helps.
should be OP there.
That's all it does.
But I won't grind time trial at all like in this game because it's time trial, and I didn't grind time trial in the last game too. I
Yeah.
only grinded GP and multiplayer mode. But yeah, I should feel pretty confident. I did a little social race there already, so I should be prepared a little bit. But yeah, we'll see how it went.
Hey, you know, I think your prospects are bright for this season. It's a great way to start the season, and you know, way to like throw some dominance onto the tier as well. So great job. And I can't wait to see how this season plays out. 9 more to go, and it's only gonna get tighter. So I wish you the best of luck as we keep going. And yeah, man, great racing tonight.
Thank you very much, and thank you for both of you for casting the race. I
Always.
will watch it later.
We love it. It's a good one. It's a good one.
Thank
Adios,
you.
man.
See ya.
Now the question is, Toby, are we actually gonna get Drix in an interview? Because we never get Drix in an interview.
No.
Yeah.
He said no. He
Yep.
said not this time.
Cry. I was like, I doubt it, but you never know. You know, one can hope. But unfortunately, the hoping just stayed right there, just in hoping. I mean, overall, man, that was a great race. I hope you had a lot of fun watching it, Toby. I had a blast. It was great to be able to.
Yeah, it never
cast as well with you,
lets us
too.
down ever.
It was wild. And next week, like I mentioned, Austria, it's always a tight track. People, go hard there. A lot of people are very good at that track. We got a lot of natural phenoms. So it could be anyone's race next week. It's going to be wild. I'm excited to see how it's going to go. Now, Arcadia says, sorry, Drix. It's pretty funny. As I think Arc gave him a little bit of trouble as well, if I recall correctly. And Sebi says he's already on Austria time trial, so he's ready to go send it. Let's see what he's got. Oh yeah, Arc was the one who got caught up in that turn one, or in that lap one spin, a little bit rough. You know, Toby, next week, I'm not sure if you're going to be here. Andy, I know, will not be here again, so maybe we get a chance to run it back for next week. Who knows? If we don't, though, it was a grand pleasure getting to hang out with you tonight. Thank you so much for spending your Sunday night with me. And yeah,
I
to
think
everybody.
next week's quality is going to be even tighter than this
Oh
one
my
was,
gosh,
to be
yeah,
honest with you. Austria gives good, tight quality.
Qualifiers. Yeah. Very, very, very tight quality. I think it's going to be the tightest one of the season probably next week, so I'm excited to see what it's got. Well, guys, for everybody here in chat, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys all had a great night tonight. Next time we're live here on Moose Racing League is going to be next Sunday for Tier 6 as well. Unfortunately, we do not have no assist broadcast this season as of right now, but we are looking for new broadcasters. So if you guys are looking to broadcast, make sure to go ahead, put an inquiry in the Discord. Let us know, and we would love to potentially bring you on to start helping us broadcast for no assists. Until next time, everybody, I need you guys to do me a big old favor. Keep being wonderful. Keep making the world a better place. We love and appreciate the heck out of you guys so much. Thanks so much for watching, and have a grand, grand old night. Thank you, Toby, and thank you, everybody in chat. See y'all later.
Yeah.